Alright, so your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is back. Let's talk about these episodes and my thoughts on them. I really enjoyed these episodes. I don't know if I enjoyed them as much as last week's episodes, but they are good. I say not as much because I feel like the action scenes in last week's episodes were better. I feel like there was too many daytime action sequences moments, and this show's worst ability is its daytime sequences because of its animation style, which really makes me go, man, you guys should have chosen a different animation style, but it's fine. Not gonna complain too much. This episode was good though. These episodes, spoilers for these episodes. So one thing I didn't like, I guess I accidentally stumbled upon this article with some people involved with the show, literally spoiling that Mr. Osborn is going to turn into the Green Goblin in this show. Which, bitch, I did not want to know that. And also, really? Like, what's the point of doing this whole twist on Tony Stark being his mentor if he's just going to turn into the Green Goblin? Like, I'm not really sure where they're going with that, but at the end of the episode 3, out of the batch of episodes that they dropped, you do see that, okay, there's potential for that. But, or not potential, but that's where it's going clearly, but it still feels very awkward. This episode was okay. The first episode was kind of, all these episodes, I'm not really to do a breakdown like I did last week of kind of beat for beat somewhat. These episodes are mainly about Peter finally feeling the fallout of being Spider-Man. You know, he tries to help Nico and Harry become friends. They don't end up becoming, they end up becoming friends on their own, but after Harry reveals to Nico that he's Spider-Man and they start fighting. And then you see that Pearl is having relationship problems with, Peter's friend. I'm forgetting his name. Tombstone. You know, that guy. And she breaks up with him. That was a pretty sad moment. But, you see that Peter is trying to be there for her, but obviously can't because he's dealing with his own problems, and so he ditches her, and these kind of sequences are kind of rough. And so, I don't know, I feel like, all this is classic Spider-Man. I also like little details in these episodes. Like, first of all, Peter's phone stays smashed. I really like that because it's just the vibe of like, oh, Peter's poor. They can't just tell Aunt May, let's go get a new phone or get it replaced because they're all poor. But there's some fun dynamics like that. I like all that stuff. I think it helps out quite a bit, makes for a really solid group of episodes, But it just, it is starting to feel a little generic Spider-Man-y in some ways. And, there's so many different Spider-Man shows and stuff. I don't know. I do think this show is surprisingly better than expected, but I do think maybe a season 2 needs to work to be a little bit stronger in some of these concepts of ideas on putting new twist into that Spider-Man formula while still feeling like classic Spider-Man. And that's just for me.